When one thinks of anime games, the first thing that usually comes to mind is an arena fighter. And it makes sense. Arena fighters are most of the highest sellers, and Arena Fighter is the longest running anime game franchise out, and because of that, we got a new one every year for 12 years straight. They just announced the Bleach one. Because of the Arena Fighter's financial dominance, anime gamers think that most anime games are arena fighters.
Wrong.
Arena fighters make up less than 10% of modern anime games, despite the output skyrocketing in the 2010s. We also have sports games, rhythm games, Metroidvanias, 2D and 3D fighters, shooters, which we need way more of, visual novels, farming, and of course, RPGs. Regular turn-based, action, dungeon, Musou, all of that. But what we're going to talk about today is the minigame collections, specifically one of the most recent ones. Spy Anya Operation Memories was developed by Groovebox Japan, a company you've probably never heard of. They actually do have a good amount of experience with anime games, and now they're on the come up. They mostly worked with Nippon Columbia on their Sumiko Gurashi games and a few Beyblade games for Furyu. Once we hit the 2020s, they started getting more known projects. Furyu grabbed them for Doraemon Nobita's Little Star Wars 2021, but since the movie got delayed, so did the game. Initially, the game was supposed to come out in early 2021, but it got pushed to the next year, 3 months after the Pui Pui Mokar game Bandai contracted them for came out. That game is actually pretty fun, and the soccer minigame is reason enough to buy it. It's got online too. After those two games, Shogakukan contracted Groovebox Japan for their own Doraemon game, which has a full translation despite it not leaving Japan. And that brings us to today, with Groovebox bringing us a Shonen Jump two-piece, twice. First, Spy Anya hit the Switch in Japan last December, then Demon Slayer Sweep the Board hit Switch worldwide back in April. Now Anya's out worldwide and on other platforms, and Sweep the Board's coming to other platforms in mid-July. For full transparency, I do want to say that Bandai did slide me a code for Spy Anya. But I already bought it twice back in December. Once physically, because of course, and once digitally because I was impatient and had money to waste. So what I'm about to say isn't compromise or the result of a bribe or, anything like that. For what I've played so far, I like it. I've spent like an hour on the actual story and more time than I should have on the minigames. The Yor and Lloyd missions could have been sold as a separate game for like $15, and I'd say it's worth it. Maybe 40 if they actually properly fleshed it out. So considering that there are 15 other minigames, including Fruit Ninja, Dodgeball, and Temple Run, plus hours of cute Anya shit to do, I think it's worth the 50 if you think Anya's adorable. If not, spend half those hours using Yor to push nigga shit back instead. All the minigames are unlocked from the start, so you don't even have to play the rest of the game if you don't want to. I tweeted out my thoughts when I first got the game, so I'll also put that in the description. My only gripe with the game so far is that you can't change the costumes in the minigames. But yeah, other than that, it's cool with me so far. Spy Anya was off to a solid start in Japan, passing all of Bandai's other anime games' first week sales last year, except One Piece Odyssey. Now, I'm not expecting too much from the PlayStation versions in Japan since they're late ports, but I do think the game has a lot of potential. This is a special game in the current anime game climate. Unlike most games based on big IPs, this isn't an RPG or a fighter, so it has a greater chance of being a trendsetter. Gundam Versus and Tenkaichi put arena fighters on the map, Xenoverse started a 3-year wave of anime games getting character creation, and if Spy Anya's a hit, more series that aren't action-oriented will have a bigger chance of getting games that aren't visual novels. Imagine that Godzilla game from 2014, but Bocchi instead. Or imagine if the first Bocchi, we didn't forget, got a game that's just her hanging out with her 100 friends. Or, what if Kadokawa stopped bullshitting with their biggest IPs and put out a Mario Party version of Isekai Quartet? Once the floodgates open, the possibilities are endless. A lot of people are under the impression that Sparking Zero will save anime games. No, it won't. Even if Sparking Zero had the story of Kakarot, the technical depth of fighters, the character creation of Xenoverse and Breakers, a full-service Dragon Ball Heroes mode, the largest roster in fighting game history, and all of that stretching to cover from when Goku met Bulma to when Goku Jr. fought Vegeta Jr. in the World Tournament, a Dragon Ball game cannot save anime games because it's one of the two series that are so far above the norm and regularly doing their own thing. Your best bet is for a low to mid-tier game to do one thing right and have everyone follow its lead for the next 3 to 5 years until it spirals into a whole other wave of shenanigans. And right now, Spy Anya is one of 3 games we know of that can make this happen, and the game in the best position to do so. For everyone's sake, I'm hoping this is a hit worldwide.